Most people fear being alone. They panic when silence appears. They scramble to fill every moment with conversation, social media, and noise. But here's a truth that very few realize. The moments when you are truly alone are the moments where everything begins to change. Right now, the world is trying to convince you that being alone is a weakness, but the reality is the exact opposite. And by the time this video ends, you'll understand why stepping away from social pressure, from constant validation, and from distraction might be the single most powerful thing you can do for your life, and why everyone around you may never see it coming. The first thing you notice when you start spending time alone is that the world doesn't wait for you. People keep talking. The noise doesn't stop. Invitations keep coming. Expectations pile up. And instinctively you feel like you're missing something. But here's the twist. The world isn't leaving you behind. It's giving you something far more valuable. The opportunity to see clearly, to hear your own thoughts, to untangle the chaos of other people's influence. And that clarity is dangerous in the best way, because once you see it, nothing will ever feel the same again. At first, solitude feels empty. You might scroll your phone, wander through distractions, or feel anxious about not being connected. But that feeling is exactly what makes it transformative. In those moments of discomfort, your mind begins to stretch. It begins to notice patterns you never paid attention to. You start realizing how much of your energy has been siphoned away by people who don't even understand you. And then you catch the first glimpse of something incredible. The life you've been looking for hasn't been out there. It's been inside you all along. Here's what almost no one tells you. Being alone trains you to recognize energy, not just your own, but the energy of everyone around you. You start noticing the subtle ways people drain you, influence you, and pull you off course. And as you see it, you start making choices differently. You no longer accept chaos in your relationships. You no longer tolerate shallow connections. And in a way, the world seems harsher at first, but it's only because you're seeing it with sharper eyes. And what happens when you see the world like this? It changes everything. Your focus starts to become almost dangerous. While others are busy reacting to every text, post, and notification, you are building an internal rhythm, a sense of timing, and a clarity that is invisible but undeniable. You begin to notice how much of life is wasted on noise, on small talk, on meaningless obligations. And then something clicks. What if you don't need all of it? What if the things you've been chasing were never yours to begin with? And as soon as that thought hits, the path forward begins to reveal itself. Being alone also rewires your creativity in ways people don't expect. When you stop filling every moment with other people, your mind starts connecting dots that have always been there, but you never had the time to notice. Ideas, solutions, and insights begin arriving in bursts. You start thinking differently, seeing opportunities that no one else sees, imagining paths that others wouldn't dare to consider. But here's the secret. Those bursts aren't random. They are signals, proof that your alone time is building something far greater than you realize. And yet if you rush back to distraction too soon, it could all slip away. Then comes the most unexpected lesson: patience. Solitude teaches you to wait, to observe, to hold space for growth. Most people run to people or entertainment the moment they feel restless. But you start learning that waiting isn't empty. Waiting is where strength grows. Waiting is where insights deepen. And the more you wait, the more powerful your future self becomes. But patience comes with a cost. It forces you to face truths about yourself you might have been avoiding. And some of those truths are harder to accept than anything the world could throw at you. Here's a paradox that shocks almost everyone. The lonelier you feel, the stronger you get. The deeper the silence, the louder your potential becomes. You start to see patterns in your life, decisions you've made unconsciously, habits that have been holding you back, relationships that have been keeping you small. And when you finally confront them, something extraordinary happens. You stop fearing your own power. You stop needing validation. And the world, which once felt overwhelming, begins to feel manageable. But the full impact of this shift is only revealed when you test it in real life. There's also an unexpected advantage to this kind of solitude. It teaches discernment. While others are scattering energy across meaningless connections, you start understanding which people, which conversations, which actions actually matter. You stop wasting energy on anyone who doesn't contribute to your clarity, growth, or purpose. Every choice becomes intentional. Every relationship is measured. And at first this can feel isolating, but the isolation is a signal. It's a sign that your internal compass is working, that your energy is no longer being misdirected. And as soon as you embrace this, the next stage begins. Perhaps the most transformative insight of all is this: solitude doesn't make you lonely. It makes you magnetic. Once you have spent enough time alone, once you have observed, reflected, and refined, people start noticing something different. They don't know what it is, but they are drawn to it. Your presence begins to radiate confidence, clarity, and self-possession. And here's the part that surprises almost everyone. No one can replicate this power. No amount of networking, socializing, or showing off can manufacture it. It is earned in silence, in observation, in the invisible work that only solitude can create. And yet the most powerful opportunities only arrive when you are ready to step back into the world. Finally, there is a subtle shift that almost no one predicts. Freedom. Freedom from approval, from expectation, from the pressure to perform socially. When you embrace solitude, you begin living life on your own terms. You stop measuring success by likes, comments, or invitations. You stop comparing yourself to people who don't even understand the path you are walking. And that freedom is the kind that reshapes your life forever. But realizing it fully requires one last step: the willingness to trust that being alone is not a setback, but the launch pad for everything you've ever wanted. So if right now you feel disconnected, unseen, or out of place, and don't panic. Don't try to force yourself into the crowd. The truth is, you are exactly where you need to be. Every quiet moment, every pause, every stretch of solitude is a gift, preparing you to become stronger, clearer, and more powerful than you ever imagined. The world might call it isolation, but you are actually building mastery, clarity, and presence. And the first time you step back into the noise, everything will feel different. People will notice. Your energy will be undeniable. Your life will shift in ways that no social activity could have ever given you. Your next step is simple but profound. Protect your alone time, embrace the silence, and use it to build your inner clarity, focus, and power. Every hour you spend alone intentionally is an investment in the person you are becoming. The person who doesn't need validation, who doesn't chase approval, and who finally walks through life on their own terms. And when that transformation arrives, the world will no longer feel overwhelming. It will feel like your playground. If this connected with you, thank you for watching until the end. Like and subscribe. I want to walk with you on this journey of self-mastery, where solitude becomes your greatest tool, and the moments that feel quietest are actually the most powerful moments of your life.